Hello, my name's Ellie Pettigrew and I'm one of the specialist speech and language therapists at AT Therapy. In this video, I'm going to be going through how to use the Biozoon. So let's get started. Let's talk about what Biozoon is. On their website, Biozoon is described as air with flavour allows persons who are unable to eat and drink the ability to taste again. The flavoured foams are designed for persons who have difficulty in swallowing, have dysphagia, or are usually tube fed. The air with flavour powder is mixed with your chosen liquid and aerated with micro air bubbles to create a light, airy foam. This can be spooned off and given to the person who has difficulty swallowing, providing them with an instant intense taste experience. The foam instantly dissolves, leaving no liquid or solids in the mouth. Now, what does that mean? It means that we can provide the people that we work with who are ill by mouth and have dysphagia a greater quality of life through the opportunity to experience tastes in a safe way. Now, let's look at how to use the Biozoon. If Biozoon has been recommended by your speech and language therapist at AT Therapy, you should receive guidelines that look similar to this. It includes guidelines on creating the Biozoon foam, guidelines on how to position and what to look out for, and in red, the important information. Firstly, we need to measure out 50 ml of the liquid that we are going to be creating a foam with. This should be measured into a tall glass. Next, we should take the instant air sachet and pour it into the liquid. Mix it well with a spoon. Take the pipette and attach it to the tube. The other end of the tube should be attached to the Biozoon device. Next, place the pipette into the liquid that you have measured and switch the Biozoon on. You can see that this works quickly in creating the foam from the liquid. And once sufficient foam has been created, you can switch the Biozoon off using the switch at the top. If more foam is needed or you run out of foam, then you can switch the Biozoon back on again to create more foam. The foam can then be spooned in small amounts and tasted provided to the person you're supporting. Now that we've got some Biozoon foam, let's talk about how we're supporting the adult, the young person or the child that we're working with. If Biozoon has been recommended by your speech and language therapist at AT Therapy, then you should receive either a hard copy or electronic copy of those recommendations and guidelines. So at the bottom of those, it will include the information that I'm about to go through now. So firstly, we need to make sure that the person we're working with is in their supportive seating. We are then going to offer slow pacing of the tasters. The aim of Biozoon is not about quantity of tasters, so we're not aiming to get through all of that foam. We're aiming for quality tastes. So if it's one or two tastes, that's absolutely fine. We're looking at those quality tastes and quality of life through tasters. There must be somebody with the individual at all times during tasters. And if they have a suctioning machine, then that machine must be nearby and on hand. And there must be somebody who is trained in using that suctioning machine with them also. This is because whenever any of us eat or drink something, our mouth will produce more saliva to help us to manage and manipulate the food that we're about to put into our mouths. So with Biozoon, the foam carries that taste. So when the young person, adult or child, has that taste in their mouth, it's natural they are going to start to produce a little bit more saliva. So we need that suctioning machine on hand in case it's required, in case they then have difficulties managing those secretions and the saliva. Do not offer Biozoom if the individual is unwell, tired, or has a chest infection. And discontinue Biozoom if you are concerned or if you observe any of the following: watery eyes, change in facial colour, so they might go a little bit red, for example, an audible change in breathing, coughing, or if they're unable to clear their throat, or excessive production of saliva. If you do observe any of the above, get in touch with your speech and language therapist as soon as possible and discontinue use of the Biozoom. Your speech and language therapist will then arrange a review session and come out and review the Biozoom and provide updated recommendations that are appropriate for the person that you're working with.